We recently talked about the history and the origin of one of the biggest and baddest villains in the Marvel Universe, someone who might very well be on their way to theaters near you. That villain is Galactus. But what of his heralds? Surely you can't have Galactus without a herald to bring him no worlds to eat. Well, according to a new report from Mikey Sutton, Silver Surfer may be that very herald who will bring Galactus to eat the MCU. Before we start though, I do want to say thank you, whether it's your first time here or you're back for more, for watching JLS Comics. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss all of the content that we upload just like this each and every week. Let's get back to the video. Here's the scoop from Mikey Sutton in its entirety. Quote, "He's the only person who can save his planet and his lover from the cosmic appetite of a hungry god. His name is Norrin Radd, a young astronomer from Zanala. When Galactus suddenly appears, needing to consume his world, Radd makes a deal with him to prevent their existence from ending up in his digestive system. Radd becomes Galactus' herald, the Silver Surfer, his galactic scout and searching for planets to feast on. This origin is among the classic tragedies of Marvel Comics during the Silver Age, and Kevin Feige is planning on adopting it as faithfully as possible for the MCU." End quote. So, per this news, this would be a Silver Surfer origin story, and per Sutton, this would adapt his origin as faithfully as possible. For his origin and the entire history of Silver Surfer in Marvel Comics, check out this video I made a few months ago, and a link is right here. Mikey goes on to note that not only will this be an origin of Norrin Radd, but will deal with his first encounter on Earth, where he'll meet Thor and the Thing from the Fantastic Four. Whether this turns out to be Chris Hemsworth's Thor Odinson or Natalie Portman's Jane Foster Thor remains to be seen. Because Kevin Feige has big plans for the Fantastic Four and for Galactus and Phase 5 and beyond, this movie will of course be set in the MCU, but will primarily focus on his origin and Surfer's own story, save for those run-ins I mentioned with Thor and the Thing. This movie could be the one that either sets up or helps set up Galactus as the big bad, the winter is coming or Thanos is on the way type of teasing. We've also had previous news that because Silver Surfer is ultimately a hero, that he won't be Galactus' herald for long. That role will go to Frankie Ray, but that would be fleshed out actually in the Fantastic Four film, and it would also be different than the other Nova, Richard Rider, that is on the way as well. In fact, we may also get another Nova named Sam Alexander, so maybe Richard Rider is rebuilding the Nova Corps after it was decimated by Thanos. But that's for another video. Let's get back to our Radd Surfer. In 2018, the man attached to Ant-Man, a guy named Adam McKay, expressed interest in directing a Silver Surfer movie. He said, quote, "Silver Surfer is the one I want to do, man. I would do anything to do Silver Surfer because visually you could do what the Wachowskis did with Speed Racer with the Silver Surfer. At the same time, there's a great emotional story in there, man, where Norrin Radd, Silver Surfer, has to make the choice to save his planet. That would be the one, but I think Fox owns the rights." And at the time he said it, that was right. Silver Surfer's rights did lay with Fox Studios. And during this time, 2007 to be exact, Silver Surfer made his live-action debut in Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, where he was played by Doug Jones and Lawrence Fishburne lent his voice. In 2018, with the merger looming, Fox revealed to The Hollywood Reporter that they'd actually tapped comic book writer Brian K. Vaughan to pen a Silver Surfer script. And since then, Disney's purchased Fox for a little over $71 billion. Once this happened, all of the X-Men and Fantastic Four related properties came under the Marvel Studios fold. This includes all the IP and the back catalog of films, as well as their developmental projects. Silver Surfer was one of the characters in that grouping, of course, and he first appeared in a Fantastic Four comic book, and that's typically how the rights lines were divided when these rights were initially sold. There's a few exceptions, of course, but they're all moot now that they can be used in the MCU without restriction. So could Feige have really liked Brian K. Vaughan's script? He's well known as an amazing scriptwriter, an amazing comic book writer, and just a fantastic writer in general. And could that be what Mikey is describing? Meaning that they carry that over from Fox Studios. Keep in mind that we already know all of Phase 4 and some of Phase 5, a couple of those 2022 slots. So a Silver Surfer movie would come in 2022 at the earliest. It's been previously rumored, and we've talked about it here on this channel, that the Fantastic Four will be coming in Phase 5, most likely in one of those 2022 date slots. So I would imagine a Silver Surfer solo towards the beginning of 2023. Phase 5 as a whole is a good choice, being that this has been in the development pipeline, as we just went over, for a bit of time and is not necessarily a new idea. This makes an insane lineup for 2022, and the stars of Phase 5 with Silver Surfer, Nova, Adam Warlock, Captain Marvel 2, Doctor Doom, Kang, Fantastic Four, all set to debut. That is a lot of power. I want to say thank you to Mikey for bringing this news back into the forefront and for providing previously unknown plot details. They have old scripts to work on, they have a scriptwriter and a willing director who is familiar with the cosmic and the quantum. They even have an actor wish list, which Mikey says that Rami Malek is near the top of. The catch with news like this is that development, scripting, production, and casting are also very fluid and ever-changing. Scripting changes happen all the time. Entire characters and plot lines have been added and removed even from the MCU films. So I must say that because while this news is true right now, it could change in the future. What won't change, however, is that Silver Surfer is on his way to the shores of the MCU, just beyond the breaker. Here's the question for the comment section. Have you seen the Silver Surfer animated series from 1998? It's on Disney Plus. And what'd you think of it? And I'll leave you with this quote that Stan Lee gave to Sci-Fi back in 2016. He's, in referring to Silver Surfer, he's the one I want to see more. He's the most philosophical of all the characters I've ever worked on. And I have an idea for my cameo in that one. So that's it for this one, my friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can be one of the first to know when we upload videos exactly like this each and every week. I'm Jesse, this is JLS Comics, and I'll see you soon.